John Waddell, a 60-year-old gold miner, had spent 2 decades exploring abandoned mines in search of gold. On October 15, 2018, he set out to explore a promising mine located 90 miles northwest of Phoenix, Arizona, near Aguila. Years of geological research led him to believe this mine might contain the elusive motherload. As a seasoned miner, John followed a strict protocol for safety. He informed his friend, Terry Schrader, about his plans and estimated return time. This was a standard practice he adhered to before each trip. Carrying his medications, supplies, and a pulley system, John was prepared to descend into the mine, which he had explored before. Confident in his fitness and expertise, John set up the rigging and harness, unaware of the danger ahead. This seemingly routine descent would soon turn into a harrowing survival ordeal, testing his resilience and determination in unimaginable ways. As John Waddell began lowering himself into the mine's 100-foot vertical shaft, disaster struck. Midway down, the pulley system failed, sending him into a terrifying freefall. Gripping the rope in desperation, John suffered severe burns on his hands as the rope slid uncontrollably. His bare hand fared worse, with the skin tearing away from his palm. Unable to hold on, he plummeted to the bottom of the shaft. The impact was devastating, leaving John with a broken leg and a dislocated ankle. He was trapped at the bottom of the dark, damp shaft, alone and in excruciating pain. With no one expecting him back until the following day, John realized he had to fend for himself. The isolation, combined with the extent of his injuries, marked the beginning of a fight for survival. His extensive experience and training as an EMT would now become his only lifeline. Faced with severe injuries, John Waddell's survival instincts and EMT training took over. He knew his broken leg needed immediate attention before swelling set in, which would make resetting it nearly impossible. Using a stick he found in the muddy mine floor, John created a makeshift splint. He braced the stick against his boot and pushed with all his might until the bone snapped back into place. Despite the blinding pain, John also attempted to reposition his dislocated ankle. However, his efforts were only partially successful, leaving the ankle still misaligned but stable enough to be splinted. This quick action prevented further complications, but took a heavy toll on his physical and emotional state. John's knowledge saved him from potentially life-threatening complications, but the reality of his isolation and the need for food, water, and medication loomed over him as he prepared for the long wait. As if John Waddell's injuries weren't enough, he soon found himself in a snake-infested pit. Rattlesnakes slithered down the walls of the shaft, adding a new layer of danger to his already dire situation. Armed with a stick, John had to fend off the snakes in complete darkness, relying on sound and vibrations to locate them. His first encounter ended with him beating a snake to death after it slithered dangerously close. Later, another snake brushed against his arm, forcing him to act again. Swinging his stick wildly in the dark, John managed to keep the snakes at bay, though he couldn't always confirm if they were dead. Despite his fondness for animals, he recognized that a snake bite would make his survival impossible. These encounters heightened the tension of his ordeal, reminding him that nature posed as much of a threat as his injuries and isolation. With no food, water, or medication, John Waddell faced extreme physical and mental challenges. Dehydration became a critical issue, and his attempts to extract moisture from the damp soil failed. In a desperate bid for relief, he resorted to popping the blisters on his burned hands and drinking the fluid, though it provided little comfort. Meanwhile, the absence of his depression medication led to vivid hallucinations, including visions of dark clouds and circling animals. John's survival instincts kept him focused on staying alive, but exhaustion and pain constantly threatened his resolve. Each passing hour tested his endurance as he battled the elements and the psychological toll of isolation. Despite the grim circumstances, John refused to give up. The thought of dying in the mine fueled his determination to hold on, even as the odds of rescue seemed increasingly remote. By the third day, John Waddell's condition had deteriorated significantly. Exhaustion, dehydration, and untreated injuries left him on the brink of collapse. Convinced that no one was coming for him, John decided to try climbing out of the 100-foot shaft despite his broken leg. Using a stick to carve footholds into the walls, he began his painstaking ascent. Before he could make significant progress, he heard the faint sound of an engine above. His heart raced as he realized rescue might be near. Just as another rattlesnake appeared, John grabbed his stick and killed the snake, moments before Terry Schrader's voice echoed from above. Overwhelmed with relief, John broke down crying, knowing his ordeal was finally over. Terry's timely arrival marked the end of a harrowing 48-hour ordeal that tested John's physical and mental limits in unimaginable ways. After being trapped for more than 2 days, John Waddell was finally rescued. Terry Schrader, along with emergency responders, spent 6 hours stabilizing John's injuries and extracting him from the shaft. He was transported to Banner University Medical Center in Phoenix, where he underwent multiple surgeries to repair a fractured thigh bone and a dislocated ankle. Despite his severe injuries, John remained resilient during recovery. He reflected on the ordeal, acknowledging his survival as a testament to his training and willpower. Remarkably, John mentioned spotting gold during his time in the mine, reigniting his passion for exploration. However, he also considered selling the property to avoid revisiting the traumatic experience. His story serves as a testament to human endurance and the importance of preparation, leaving a lasting impression on all who hear it. John Waddell's harrowing experience offers critical lessons about preparation, resilience, and the unpredictability of nature. Despite his extensive experience as a miner, the incident highlights the importance of robust safety measures, such as double-checking equipment and bringing backup resources like water and light. John's adherence to informing a friend about his plans ultimately saved his life, as Terry's intervention was timely. His survival instincts, medical knowledge, and determination to stay alive underscore the human capacity to endure extreme adversity. However, the dangers of his profession also bring attention to the need for better risk management in solitary and hazardous activities. John's story is a sobering reminder of how quickly a routine task can spiral into a life-threatening situation. Whether he continues mining or decides to sell the property, John's experience will remain a powerful testament to the strength of the human spirit. Did you find John's ordeal interesting? If you did, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more incredible survival stories and adventure videos.